Hey guys, Willie B here with Glassdoor Homes. I'm a Clever Investors mentoring student. Wanted to share with you another wholesale deal that I did, this being the third of the first 2,500 mailers that I sent out in the middle of July. This particular property I got under contract for 20,000 or 22,000 initially. Started marketing it heavily, had a lot of people look at it, but no buyers or no end buyers. So that was 3 weeks in. I didn't have a buyer, was starting to worry a little bit, so I went back to the seller, was able to get an extension for another 30 days, as well as a price reduction from 22,000 to 20,000. And then I continued to market this really heavily, and was able to find an end buyer who was willing to pay 28,000 for this. The end buyer, this was one of their first rental properties that they had purchased, so they were pretty challenging to deal with because they just didn't understand the process. They didn't understand contracts or really anything about a real estate transaction, so I really had to hold their hand through this one. Thus, I decided to do a double close because I didn't want that particular end buyer knowing how much I was going to be making in this transaction. So I ended up not making 8,000. I would have made 8,000 had I done an assignment, but I did do a double close. I ended up making about $7,020 because of the closing costs and all that stuff. So here's the check from the settlement today. Here's the settlement statement from the A to B transaction, and the settlement statement from the B to C. One of the risks that I did have in this transaction was that the A to B and the B to C were on different days. The B to C was on the following day, and I had to wait because we didn't receive the power of attorney documents for the end buyer. I had a business partner signing on their behalf. So there was some risk that I would be, I guess, stuck with the property if the B2C didn't close, but I did have a $2,800 non-refundable deposit in escrow. So had that happened, I would have reduced my cost basis on the property from $20,000 to $17,200, and the place rents for $998 a month. So I'd have made my money back in 2 years or less. So that was the risk, but it ended up working out all right. So I just basically did, again, everything the Clever Investors and the Cody Sperber team has taught us to do. And I hope you guys are having some similar successes out there, and wishing you all the best. Take care, guys.